Hello Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot, rune, and oracle reading for the fourth quarter of 2025. So this reading will cover October, November, and December. So Libra, how are you doing? Leave a comment down below. The third quarter was kind of intense because we had an eclipse season in September. September felt like a really life-changing month for a lot of people, especially in terms of releasing karmic restraints and patterns. So leave a comment down below. How have you been? So fourth quarter, overall, the rune to represent this time is Gabo. And it's coming out, well, it's both upright and reverse, obviously, because it's not one of those runes that can have an upright or a reverse position. And this is the rune of generosity. Immediately when I pulled this rune, I got this image in my head. Some of you guys are going to be on the receiving end of a lot of grace and a lot of generosity from somebody. Specifically, I'm picking up on somebody could be offering you a place to live. Somebody could offer you a new living situation. Or hey, maybe if there's somebody who lives in a really picturesque vacation town, they're like, come stay with me whenever you want, free vacation, This could also be somebody offering you a place to live. If you're older, this could be if you have an adult child, they could be offering you a place to live with them or in some sort of guest house, or if they have a vacation house, something like that. This could also be a partner or even a new partner may be asking you, or you may be asking them to move in with each other and start a life together, which feels very generous because I don't know if any of you guys are struggling with your living situation or sort of just thinking about moving, but I am seeing really good opportunities coming through there when it comes to your living situation. Or this could even be a really good deal on something involving the home, some sort of home renovation or getting a steep discount on some sort of utilities, something like that. Okay, there's some generosity coming in that makes paying your bills and nailing down a really beautiful living situation or even travel plans that could be very significant. Okay, some of you guys could be I'm seeing physical movement. This could be really long-term travel. I would say more than a couple of weeks. Okay, some of you guys could be doing that. Or I'm seeing some people are going nomadic temporarily. Could be living out of a van, an RV, something like that. Or just staying with somebody in, I said, a picturesque town or a village or vacation spot, right? Or others of you, Libra, could be hosting and really finding a lot of joy out of hosting people in your home. So the home seems to be just a really important concept, and there's movement there. You're going to different locations, or you're having people from different locations come to you, which feels really nice. We have co-create coming out in reverse as your first oracle card. So you're being asked to be quite intentional about what it is that you want in life. For example, if you're dating somebody, you're definitely going to want to be very intentional about where this is going, letting them know, as opposed to just sort of going with the flow. This is not a quarter where I would recommend Libra to go with the flow. And in fact, I'd argue, as somebody who has a Libra as one of your main signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, you're heavily a cardinal sign, especially if your other major signs are other cardinal signs. So that would be Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. You're not really supposed to go with the flow. You're meant to be a leader, and you're meant to sort of be the person who sets the sails. Okay, so you're being asked to co-create your reality, and don't fear that. Don't back away from that. I see a lot of people just going with the flow and letting Jesus take the wheel or whatever, but I think there's an equal amount, I understand that, but there's an equal amount of beauty that can come from you sort of tapping into your own inner divinity and your own power to make the world a better place and make your life more enjoyable. So you're being asked to really step into that co-creative power. We have completion coming out as your mystical shaman oracle card, and as you can see here, we have the Ouroboros, endings and new beginnings. There could be a major ending of a cycle. Specifically, I'm seeing September or early October could have been a really big time for endings and fresh new beginnings for you, Libra. Happy birthday if it's your birthday this quarter, by the way. And it feels like you're starting fresh. A lot of Libras, we're going to notice, will be moving or entering into a really big new chapter of their life. Like, for example, if you recently went through a big separation or divorce, this could be, you entering into a season of your life where you're going to be single, or vice versa. You could be entering a new season where you're in a relationship, or like at a new location. There's some sort of fresh start, fresh beginning, endings and new beginnings. I am wondering if your relationships are changing. People who you might have been more romantically involved with may be turning into a friend. You could be reviving a friendship with an ex. Or this could even be like exes and old friends turning into strangers, or vice versa. This could be just a casual mutual friend of many, many years turning into a best friend. So I am seeing the energy is moving when it comes to your physical location, but also your social life and who you're close to versus like medium distance to versus distant from. That's sort of shifting as well. So there will be people that you're creating more distance with this quarter, and there are people who you're going to get closer to this quarter. It definitely feels like endings, new beginning energy, and I feel like that's why Spirit is asking you to be very intentional with what you're creating in life and where you're going, because it feels like if life is an ocean, the currents are moving really quickly right now. So it's like you're being asked to set your sails when it comes to which direction you're heading on, because this is a quarter where you can manifest really, really quickly if you put your daily actions and energy in alignment with that which you want, okay? So we're going to pull 9 cards, 3 rows of 3. Each row is going to loosely represent one of the months, and then together we'll see the overall picture of the 4th quarter. So in October, we have the 5 of Pentacles as your first card out. I feel like this is what you're leaving behind. That feeling of lack, that feeling of being left out in the cold, abandoned, orphaned, broke, like just unhealthy, feeling like, woe is me, why does everything bad keep happening to me? That feeling, that lack mentality, you're leaving that in the past. We have the Ace of Cups upright, a new romantic beginning. May be happening for a lot of Libras in October. I'm being so for real right now. Okay, reaching out and creating a new romantic beginning. For some of you guys, this could be some of you guys could be reaching out to somebody who you may have been no contact with or like distant from, and you could be warming that up. This could be like an old friendship. This could be an old relationship that you just never really were able to get completely off your mind, feeling left out of the cold when it comes to their life, There could be some sort of reaching out there, reconciliation there. But also I feel like that is able to happen when self-love happens. It's like the more you love yourself as an individual and you're able to take care of yourself independent of any relationship and really create and cultivate happiness for yourself, I feel like that is when soulmate energies and connections can enter. Another thing with the Ace of Cups upright coming out in October is a lot of you guys can be starting brand new, really emotionally fulfilling things in life. The Ace of Cups is a big card of fertility, for example. It's kind of like, entering into the journeyhood of the journeyhood. The journey of parenthood is what I meant to say. But this could also be like getting started on a brand new relationship that could be very long lasting. This could be starting a creative hobby that ends up being something that really defines your life later on, So there is new, abundant, emotionally fulfilling energies for you in October. And it feels very innocent. It feels like the lack, the hurt, the pain that you experienced in the past, it's all clearing away and a fresh beginning can happen. I just got the phrase burying the hatchet. So if you've had a falling out with anyone, you could be burying the hatchet and releasing all that negative energy between you guys and having a fresh start. 5 of Wands, never mind. 5 of Wands is a card of arguing. So it's like you have this I see what's happening here. Libra. Some of you guys, it feels like you're doing something to make yourself happy. Like something that is truly fulfilling, it's for you. A lot of you guys, this could be a new relationship, right? Now, you doing this thing that's just for you, it makes you happy, it's what you really want to do. It could be pissing some people off. I'm going to be so for real with you. Okay, there could be some people here that are like, they see you happy, they see you spending time with someone else or on something else that makes you happy, and there could be some jealousy here. They could be like, there could be some passive aggression, sort of fighting for your attention, trying to shame you for spending the time doing the either like artistic, emotionally fulfilling things that you want. I would be very careful of those types of people. If anyone in your life tries to like emotionally guilt you when it comes to you like falling in love or finally finding happiness, like anyone, this could be family, this could be friends, this could even be a partner of yours. It's like if you finally find just the littlest amount of joy for yourself, something that actually brings you joy after all this responsibility you have, it's like the one thing that you just really look forward to doing on a daily basis. If anyone in your life really just shames you for that relentlessly. Now, if that one thing that makes you happy is like drugs, then I understand being shamed, you know what I mean? But it's like, this is something that feels pure, it feels innocent. I would just pay attention to that. You know, that one friend who's bitter that you fall in love, they're not really a friend and you don't want to keep them around. Or, you know, if your partner or family tries to guilt you because you just want to take up just one class. You just want to take up like a pottery class and just do it for you. And they try to guilt you and shame you because they really like when you had no boundaries and would do everything for them. You know what I mean? It's like, get rid of the person who's shaming you and arguing with you over that, and really nurture the things in your life that are bringing you happiness and fulfillment. When you focus on the abundance, more abundance happens. Whereas when you keep feeding into the person who's just really focused on lack, it's going to create more lack. So moving on into November, we have the 6 of Pentacles. So this is when that generosity is really going to come in. Conversations of somebody wanting to help you out. And look, this is coming out right underneath that 5 of Pentacles. So I'm going to be honest with you, Libra, you guys could have been struggling in some area of life. And this could be financial, this could be like struggling to find a new living situation, whatever it may be. Someone here sees you struggling and they're coming in very, very generously. Okay, with balanced, beautiful energies here. So that it just feels like an absolute gift from the universe. Right next to that, Ace of Wands, right underneath the Ace of Cups. Libra, you're only the 3rd sign I'm filming for, but I gotta be real with you. This feels like a really positive quarter for you. We have 2 brand new beginnings here. New emotional fulfillment, happiness, heart overflowing, just like, oh my God, this feels so great. But then the Ace of Wands is also passion, it's fire, it's lust, it's excitement. You know, when I see the Ace of Wands, I think of like, this is the thing or the person that you wake up in the morning and you think about them, and then when you're going to sleep at night, you're thinking about them or thinking about it, you know? So this could be, like I said, a project, a new hobby you're getting into, or this could even be new love for a lot of you as well. Or moving, like a new exciting development in life, like if you're moving. We have the Hanged Man in reverse right underneath that, and this is coming out underneath that 5 of Wands upright. Okay, don't make yourself a martyr, don't make yourself a victim, and don't just go along with other people bullying you or just like nonstop arguing. It's just like, don't turn yourself into a martyr. It's like, just back away from that. And don't torture yourself either. Libra, for some of you, there's someone in your life who you just need to go no contact with. And I don't care what you share with this person, if you share children, if you share, like, I don't know, if you're neighbors, you know, if they're causing you this amount of stress and chaos and like really victimizing you, just really talking down on you, you need to go no contact, at least for a while, okay? We have the Knight, moving into December, Knight of Swords upright. We have the Page of Wands upright, right underneath that Ace of Wands. Communication is really coming in strongly. I'm seeing a lot of conversations happening in December. Final card out, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so it's interesting because it's like, I feel like new love or new hobby, passion, interest is coming in very quickly this quarter, really early on in the quarter, in October. And it feels exciting. Your happiness with this is going to trigger some people, and you know, that's fine. Let them be triggered. We're seeing a happy, generous increase. I am seeing an increase in wealth. We go from the 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Now the 7 of Pentacles is in reverse, but I like that natural progression because it shows growth in your money and also in your health as well. So yeah, it feels good. And these are all great cards for like abundance. And it's like somebody else's generosity may actually give you the resources to work on. Some of you guys may be becoming entrepreneurs, small business owners, or working on your own creative project that you have big goals for. Like say, for example, you're writing a book and you plan to publish it one day. Or say, for example, you have a specialty skill or service, and it's like you can establish like a studio, a shop, some sort of space to facilitate that new work and then eventually make money from it. I am seeing that. So in December, there could be some anxiety because you may have there could have been like some generous offer that allowed you to invest in this, whatever this is. For some of you, it could be like a business that you're starting, or this could be a new relationship that you're entering. There's some sort of generosity there that'll allow you to really have the space and the time to focus on that. But there could be some anxiety that comes in December because it's like, okay, well, I just received this generosity. This is a pretty big offer, a pretty big leap of faith. So there could be anxiety around like, what if it doesn't work out? Or when will I get my returns for the investment? You know, try to relax is what I would say to that. And you know, actually it can be productive because that little bit of anxiety can cause you to work really hard. And there's something here about you really wanting to move forward as quickly as possible and get everything done. For example, if you're moving, it's like in December, you just have this urge to just get all of these projects done around the house and like finished up like really quickly for some reason. Like if you're flipping a house, for example, you just want to flip it really, really fast. And so there's a lot of productivity happening in December. There could be a rush here. With the Hangman in reverse, if this involves someone else, like if you have a business partner or if this is a romantic connection, the other person may be wanting to move way more slowly. Okay, or there's someone here, this could be a third party, like an outside party, outside situation, that's just like arguing with you, like, don't you want to move more slowly with this person or this project? Like, why are you rushing? Why are you doing this? You know, don't listen to them is what I want to say. This is a great quarter to live your dreams and co-create the desired reality that you want. I think there is wisdom in moving slowly sometimes, but it's really important for you to just listen to your own gut, listen to your own intuition when it comes to the timing of things, okay? Thank you so much for joining me, Libra. Definitely watch for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this quarter ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, my shamanic life transformation coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course. And if you have not downloaded my free tarot guide ebook, it's a guide to all the tarot cards, meanings, both upright, in reverse, and in different types of readings. So I highly recommend that. You can download it to your phone, tablet, computer, etc. So thank you. Bye.